Hey, PDCMS family. My name is Jim Lister Looker. I'm the assistant principal, and I am here today to talk to you about LCAP. Now, LCAP might sound like just another fancy acronym that we use here in education, but it actually means something pretty important. So, LCAP stands for the Local Control Accountability Program. All right, so we're going to talk about that in greater depth in just a minute, but in consideration of our Spanish-speaking families, I just wanted to remind you guys again how you can turn on automatic closed captioning in your language of choice when you view this video on YouTube, okay? And as you can see in step 6, because it's automatically generated, if there's anything kind of wonky, I have to apologize in advance, okay? So I'm just gonna pause here on this for 1 second. And let's go ahead and move on for the rest of our presentation here. All right, so where is this local control accountability program? If you go to the PDCMS homepage and you hover over the home menu option, you can see the link right there with the flashing lights and the arrows, okay? So that's how you get to the document. We're going to talk a little bit about what is contained in that document. So let's get going. All right, so the LCAP has some general sections. It's a template used by all schools in the state of California. So every one of these that you're going to see from any school in the state is going to look pretty similar. So it starts with some general information. We reflect on how we've performed in the past period, usually a year. There are some highlights. We talk about comprehensive support and improvement. We talk about how we engaged you guys, which is an important part of the process. We talk about our goals, what we did to achieve our goals, and what we're doing to support English learners, foster youth, and low-income students, okay? And then we talk about where the money is spent to complete those actions in pursuit of meeting those goals. Okay, so the PDCMS LCAP has 2 goals in the current iteration. And here's a description of the first goal. Basically, it is closing the achievement gap for students. And I will read it to you because for the captioning. PDCMS will pursue academic excellence while actively focusing on strategies to close the achievement gap for all student groups. That's really key, all students, as evidenced by performance on state and school assessments. Okay, let's dig in a little bit deeper. So when we look at our goal, we have to explain where that goal came from, right? I mean, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And so, based on our core values here at PDCMS, we believe that all students should have access to an excellent education and that everybody has unique needs and they might need additional supports to access the curriculum. Okay. We have 7 different metrics that we're using to measure success against whether or not we've met this goal or made progress on it. So those 7 metrics are driven by a baseline where we talk about where we started. We've got outcomes for the next 3 years, and then we have a described desired outcome for the 2023-2024 school year. So again, we're talking about what you might find, well, what you will find when you go through our LCAP document. Okay, so we've got the goal. Now we've got to talk about the different actions we're going to take to help us meet that goal. So actions are divided into areas, and you can see right here. Our areas for goal 1 are faculty training and preparation, materials, technology, intervention programs, staffing needs, and targeted interventions for our English learner, special education, and foster youth students. All right, so you got the action areas. Now you've got to dig down into the actions, right? So for goal 1, we have 6 actions that we're going to be taking, and they are all listed in detail in our LCAP document. There's a short title, there's a description of what it is, and then there's a total funds that are going to be budgeted toward that action. Or those actions, that action, those actions, you know what I mean. Now we're looking at goal 2, which is about a positive school climate and culture. right? So the text of the goal is implement a comprehensive plan promoting a positive school climate and sense of school connectedness for all students, parents, teachers, and staff. Just like we did with goal 1, we have to talk about where that goal came from and how we're going to measure that goal. So this goal came from our belief that thoughtful and intentional activities are vital to help not only incoming 6th graders, but outgoing 8th graders. So we want everybody to be successful, and those are the metrics that we're using to measure whether we have a positive school climate and culture and whether people are connected here at PDCMS. We've got 9 metrics for this one. A lot of data. And again, just like goal 1, we've got the action areas that we're focusing on. So we're looking at college and career readiness, student engagement and parent engagement, faculty and staff connectedness, actions for unduplicated students, school facilities, and student transportation. And following the same pattern, all of those action areas get drilled down into specific actions, right? So we've got 6 here. We got the title, short description of those actions, and then the money that is assigned to each of those actions. So here's the deal. PDCMS is your school, and your voice is very important to us. Always, always very important to us, but especially during what I like to call LCAP season, right? We need to hear what you think about how we're doing, what we could be doing better, and what's been successful. So here's the thing. We are working with a platform called ThoughtExchange. Here's how you access it. You go to tejoin.com. The number that you enter when you create your profile is 257-612-819. You follow the prompts. What you get to do is tell us about what you think. And you know what? I'm jumping ahead. This is on the next slide. Okay, so that's how you access ThoughtExchange. And you can scan the QR code on your screen as well. So look at all that. Mobile devices, computers, it's all very exciting. So using ThoughtExchange, you can share, comment, and star on other people's entries, and then discover what the results look like. All right, so the question that we're posing in our ThoughtExchange is, as we continue to address our LCAP Goal 1, which is academic excellence, and Goal 2, positive school climate and connectedness, what are we doing well and what are some opportunities for improvement? Your schools, your voice. All right, so that's the end of the slides. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Jim Lister-Looker, by calling the school at 760-862-4320 or shoot me an email. You can call and speak to Principal Dolan, Assistant Principal Geyer. We're here to answer your questions about how to interact with the ThoughtExchange platform and how you can contribute to our school being even more awesome next year. All right, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.